That's right, folks. We're headed to the wrong side of the tracks. Hey, good morning. This is Paul, aka Blaze. It is October the 5th, a beautiful fall morning, and back on the Appalachian Trail. Picked up at Erwin, where I left off last year, and headed north. So come on and let's hike. First little pack off break, about 2.5 miles in. It was cold down there next to the river, but starting to climb in, it's getting a little warm. You know, for all the little footbridges through here, reminds me of the Foothills Trail. See, Curly Maple Shelter. All right, made it to Curly Maple Gap Shelter, 4 miles in, first break of the day, and time to start eating my way out of my pack. Yeah, this is what 4 pounds of food looks like. Or sorry, 5 pounds. I did cut it back from 1 pound from last year because I carried so much food home. But let's start eating. A little bit of a view here through the trees. If I had to guess, I would say that's Big Bald, but I really have no idea. Well, Indian Grave Gap, about 3 hours, a little under 3 hours, 8 miles in. I knew I was getting close because I could hear the J brakes. And see if I can cross without becoming a greasy spot on the road. First view today, thanks to the power lines. Beautiful. Great view here through the trees. Beauty spots coming up next. Last year I went over a mountain they named for me, Big Butt Bald. But now I've made it to a spot named for Joyce. Let me turn this around. So we're about 10.5, 11 miles in, 3,500 feet elevation gain. It's right at 1230. And the spot named for Joyce, beauty spot. And man, let me tell you, it is beautiful. Almost a 360-degree view. That mountain over there is Unaka, I think. I may have mispronounced that. I'll have to look it up. So way over there is Big Bald. Pan over not too fast so you don't get dizzy. And then way down there is Interstate 26. I can't zoom in anymore. That's all I got. And way over there, which I hope to be sometime tomorrow, is Roan Mountain. The next big climb. Still climbing. You mean there's a road up here? All right, top of Unaka Mountain. It's just a smidge under 5,200 feet. That's an evergreen forest. Reminds me of the high peaks back home. And this will be the high spot for today, but there will be more uphill. This is just the highest spot. But anyways, let's keep hiking. Cherry Gap Shelter, 17 miles in. It's right at 3:30. And yeah. Not staying here. Got to keep trucking. But I am going to get water and take a little break. Good flowing water at the spring. Time for some Gatorade and a Stinger to get me onto the campsite. A few more miles to go. Far out, formerly known as Gut Hooks. So there was a view here at mile 363. And yeah, that's a nice view over into Tennessee. Not sure what's down there. That might be 26. Yeah, I see some cars moving. Anyways, still trekking on. Well, 20 miles in, Iron Mountain Gap. This was my original destination last year, but I pulled off a day early because of some really bad blisters. And anyways, not too much further to the campsite. We're facing the sun, not the greatest view, but that's Unaka Mountain, 7 miles back. It's been a long day, still hiking. Well, made the camp, Iron Mountain. It's like 23 miles, over 6,500 feet, and I am tired. Got the tent up, eating supper, and ready to go to bed. Check in with you later. Day 2. It's like 6:30, 6:45, something like that. Sun's just starting to pop up. And hard to see, but that big shadow through the trees is Roan Mountain, where we're headed next. Here's a path to the Clyde Smith Shelter. I don't need water. It's too early to take a break. Just gonna keep on moving. Beautiful view here at mile 372. That is Big Bald. We'll zoom back out a little bit. Unaka. That little peak there is Iron Mountain, where we spent the night last night. Looking over into Tennessee, you see some plumes of smoke over there. I think that's Eastman Chemical. Slowly making my way up Roan Mountain. Quite a climb, but hey, look at this beautiful view on the way. In the pines, where the sun never shines. Wind's blowing, but I'm not shivering. I'm still climbing. Watch your step. Former site of the Cladland Hotel, built in the 1800s. It was 3 stories, 6,100 feet above sea level. Made it to the Roan Mountain High Knob Shelter. It's at 6,270 feet. This will be the high point, or the highest point of our hike. And yeah, this is the highest shelter on the Appalachian Trail. And I've never seen a shelter with a door. Let's check it out. Pretty sparse. Old log cabin, basically. Does have a loft. Wow, you could put a bunch of people up here. Very cool. Three pillars and an old set of stairs. All I can guess is there was a fire tower here once, which would probably explain the log cabin. Carver's Gap. Looks like a zoo. I could be wrong, but that sure does look like the backside of Table Rock and Level Gorge over there. That far peak is Mount Mitchell. I'll zoom in. Pretty cool. Wow, this area reminds me a lot of Shining Rock, but you know, I think it's even prettier. Unbelievable. It's just one grassy bald after another. It's a Stan Murray shelter. And it looks like a good place for a break to me. Well, the lighting's really bad, but this is the Overmountain Shelter, which as you can see is an old barn. And it's now condemned. You're not allowed to stay in it because they're afraid it's going to fall over. You are allowed to camp near here. And I was going to spend the night here, but it's only 3:30, so I'm going to head on. But you can see why this would be a popular spot. Lots of gnats, which may say something about my smell. And a little glimpse of the Overmountain Shelter again. Yeah, I wasn't expecting another bald. This is Little Hump, going over it, and then the tent site's on the other side. Just a little more climb. And yet another great view. This day's been full of them, that's for sure. I could be wrong, but I do think that's Grandfather Mountain. Well, this is the top of Little Hump Mountain, and glad to be on top of it instead of coming up. But over there is Roan Mountain, and off in the distance is Unaka, where we were yesterday. And what a great view up here, oh my gosh. And then for tomorrow morning, there's Big Hump. Anyway, it's just a little ways to the tent site. A good day, day number 2. At mile 388, there's a tent site, and that's a little bit further than I planned, which is a good thing. End up at 20.5 miles and a little over 5,300 feet elevation, and I got a great spot, tent set up, and supper's coming up soon. Check in with you later. 6:40, day 3. Left camp about 30 minutes ago, and Bradley Gap. Sun's starting to creep up. Hump Mountain, 5,567 feet, and Roan Mountain in the background. To start day 3. Coming down off Hump Mountain. Not very widely known, but the Stonehenge of the Appalachian Trail. That's a little sad, leaving my home state. He's hiding real good, but there's a deer. Hey, buddy. Man, US 19. This also runs through Waynesville. Wonder if I could hitch a ride home for lunch. 7 miles in, a little before 10. Just dumped like 3,000 feet elevation. Looking back at Roan Mountain, long ways off. Well, it's noon. Made it to Jones Fall Blue Blaze. This marks 400 miles for me and 12 miles for the day. Let's go check out the falls. It sounds spectacular. The Elk River. I don't see any elk, and I'm okay with that. Dag nabbit, they done shot up my steel. Made to mile 411 last night. I think it's like 23 miles today, and got a camp mate. It's Java from Cincinnati. Anyways, last night on the trail and a short hike out tomorrow. See you then. Good morning. It's day 4, short day today, last day on trail. Slept in till 6 and about 2 miles in, only got like 7 more to go. Ran out of contacts, so I had to wear the glasses this morning. But anyways, hope to see some more reviews. Check in with you later. Well, there would be some views, but we are completely sucked in this morning. Oh well. Just a partial view, but look at that beautiful fall color. All right, Dennis Cove Road, 76 miles and 20 after 11, and my shuttle driver's already here. It's been a perfect day. So here's Doug, my shuttle driver. He's shrinking with his old age. He used to be 7 foot. Appreciate the ride back to Erwin, Doug.
Oh, glad to do it. You'll get to go down this road here, and the only road in town that you can see your own tag number from.
All right, back home. That was a great trip. Got 420 miles now of the AT done, and the Roan Mountains. Wow, I have got to go check that out again. But I really appreciate you guys watching and coming along with me. Hopefully you'll subscribe, hit the like button, and hope to see you on the trail one day. Thanks for watching. I did that little section twice just for you.